Hello friends, what have we been up to? Well, for instance, we've got this gorgeous beast. This is a Mexican fan palm, which we found on Facebook Marketplace for literally like $6, and it came with a whole bunch of pups, which we have also planted around. Yeah, that was one of the things we've been doing the last few days. We've also been adding rocks to the garden beds, the future garden beds. They will also get dug out, and then obviously the rim of rocks will be a little higher. That way when the driveway flow comes down, because we're going to divert all of the water that normally flows that way, right down here, it'll go towards the middle of the bed. It'll get check dammed, and it'll get soaked into the actual vegetable beds here, all the way through this way, or it'll end up getting deposited over the edge of the hill here into the check dam, or the swale rather, on this side, which hasn't finished on this side, but we do got some extra stuff going on there. We get there in a minute. We also planted in the tree aloe and the Peruvian apple, and the other tree aloe, and another beautiful, majestic Mexican fan palm. And this one over here is looking sad. We're trying to rescue it. It was not in the best of shape, but it was a pup that was attached, and we're just doing what we're gonna do, what we can with it. And we dug a whole bunch more of this swale, which is gonna go all the way that way, like we said. And collecting some rocks to go around the beds over there. And we're working on adding more brush to what will eventually be a beaver analog dam that's right there. That's all got to be arranged a little bit, put closer to the ground. We're going to need to add some braces as well as some soil and rocks to make that real nice. But yeah, all of our little oleanders here are looking pretty good. The wheatgrass and the little clovers are popping up everywhere. So we'll see what's happening on this side. We have also begun taking down these rafters, which are dangerous. As you can see, everything's kind of turned to coming down. We don't want it to fall on us or the cats or anything. So we're going to take it down, and eventually we will rebuild this soon. And I am nearly complete with the loft here. Just a little bit more of basically that's a shade cloth over there that's had a pack rat nest in it. And I think that's a military grade tent, but again, these are both for the most part chewed up, so they're not really much salvaging them, but that will have this whole space open, and we can either use it for storage or fix it up, or who knows. I mean, it might be cute. Right, so as you see, this comes down from our driveway, and it cuts along this whole side here, which we'll need to put some check dams and maybe some gabions, I'm not sure. But you see how fast this is eroding the siding here? So one of our steps is to add some check dams slash plantings on top of here. So I planted a bunch of prickly pear here today that we got from a free box outside one of the condo areas that we were delivering to, and we got permission to take it. And they had a whole bunch of prickly pear cuttings. Most of them were bad, most of them were trash. We're using that to create a beaver analog dam, the bad ones, but there's so many good ones here. So we're gonna see if any of these make it. And I worked all the way up for today. Let's see where I stopped. We're just beyond this tree here. Let's see, there's one there. One here. Got all the way up to here, I believe. Yep. So, got a big boy there. Got a little dude here and a little dude here. Kind of get an idea of how far is left of the driveway. Probably about, I don't know, maybe a third of the driveway, because we don't take into account all that lower section, obviously, but yeah, eventually we're gonna also have up here along this probably some Arizona cypress, some Italian cypress or the Mediterranean cypress, probably some pomegranates, maybe some citrus. And we're going to create a beautiful like riparian edge here along the edge of this that will help hold this bank in, and it'll soak in the sun from the west and the south. Also going to need to do some check dams or beaver analog dams or gabions through this running water section. Obviously try to start near the top and work our way down, because if you can stop it at the top, it won't get to the point where it starts cutting through everything. It'll slow down. We'll add some swales along contour up the hill, along this contour here, and then probably also along the edge here we'll do some more Zypets or Zuni bowls. It'll be great. Check dam this whole section as it goes all the way down. So we'll continue this kind of process. It'll be a little more significant than this. And that'll end up stopping the water flow, or it won't stop the water flow. The water will still flow through, but it'll stop the momentum and it'll drop particulate matter out. So it'll fill back in and it'll be like steps all the way up. So eventually we can refill that space. Yeah. Try to collect all the water from that hill on the hill so that it doesn't come down the sides. Try to collect all the water from up the head of the driveway so that it doesn't come pouring through here. Slow it down once it does start coming down here. And we'll also probably regrade this driveway so that it teeters back and forth. So, you know, like 20 feet, it'll deposit the water on this side. And then it'll tilt the grade opposite direction going to this side for 20 feet, back and forth. So that way it's not depositing all of the water directly to one channel and cutting through. We also need to get some good road grade dirt down. That costs a lot of money. And we are doing this right now with only one of us employed while I'm still looking for a job down here and doing the best we can with what we have. I know, little girl, you're beautiful. I know. You rolling in the dirt. Yes, you're a good baby. Yeah. You Papa's little baby. Yeah, dirty though. Ugh, I don't like doing that. I don't like the gravel fur. But yeah, we also have to do a gabion on this side, get a culvert going through here, and then concrete it in so that the water can still flow over it if it needs to, but it be wide enough and kind of raise this a bit so we're not going down into this little wash area, which I don't know how much water actually flows through here. It looks like it could be a lot. But it's really hard to tell from just looking in here. We'll have to be here during the monsoon season to be able to find that out. Oh yeah, so cute. You're beautiful, Miss Lilith. Say hi. So cute. This is an adorable little hill. It's kind of like a peninsula hill, kind of, that comes out from this section. All of this is the lower section from the property. You can kind of see some of the structures behind the mesquites back there. That's Grandpa's camper, or the studio, the office that you can see there. But this little walk, there's a little path that goes through some mesquites and it opens over here. I'm thinking a really cute like tower studio kind of space, something where we can have people over if we wanted to and they could spend the night in it. Something maybe that's 2 stories or so, or like have a loft in it, and then the top of the structure be a space where we could put a telescope maybe. I don't know, or we can stargaze. I'm not sure yet, but that's what I'm thinking. As well as this is a southern exposure hill, which means we're probably going to want to do things like citrus and pomegranate and things that really love the heat along the edge of this, maybe a fig or two, I don't know. And yeah, maybe down on the other side we'll try some apples, maybe do some stone fruits down here. I don't know. The world is our oyster, and we're gonna take it. We're gonna take this beautiful, beautiful space, and we're gonna make it even more beautiful. And we're gonna make it awesome for the wildlife. We're gonna make it awesome for us. We're gonna make it awesome for our guests. Oh, I know, little girl. Tell them how it is. Here are the beaver analog dams that we're starting on this side that are using the dead husks of the prickly pear cactuses. That's going to collect stuff as the water comes down. There might be a couple in there that would still potentially grow. I'm not sure. We have cactus lining the edges of the hill here all the way through. And then there's another beaver analog dam starting with the prickly pear as well. And then there is a actual prickly pear that I planted right here. Yeah. And then this hillside will get planted out on the side here. And these are more of what those prickly pears we found. Like I said, a lot of them are not the best looking. Some of them are a little bit diseased, but we're gonna give them a go, see how they works. If they make it, they make it. If they don't, they don't. That's awesome. It's still organic material. It was a great find. We've been trying to be really resourceful in that regard, trying to collect free items, free materials as best possible, especially organic materials that will help us in this endeavor. And this whole area is going to eventually be our nursery, basically. The septic is over on this side as well, so we can't really do too much with stuff, but I think having some plants in little stands and some shade cloths and maybe a little greenhouse on this side or something, I don't know, might be cute. We're still working through this. We got some containers and planters, a bunch of baby plants going on over here. Oh yes, and we have a shower now, which is wonderful. And we got a shade cloth over top of it. I just did some drainage. Oh, hello, Mr. Malachi. I didn't even see you there. Hi. So when we take a shower, we do the dishes with the hot water. We can drain away from this area so we're not causing mud everywhere constantly. As you can kind of see, I got to pull that out actually because it's already clogging up here. And then it goes down through these beds, which we've got seeds planted. We have some lacana lilies. We have lemon tree seeds. We got all kinds of stuff. And ooh, there's a cute little woodpecker. I don't know where. Oh, there he is. He bounced. Cute. Hello, Burgess. He's trying to get into the saguaro, I bet. Or maybe he's just eating some of the dead stuff out of the mesquites. Either way, he's very welcome. More of our cacti starts here. Some more of our really cool rocks that we keep finding. I'm saying we got some fire agate, we got some regular agate, we got some like gray kind of agate stone, we got chalcedony. Just one of those things. But yep, everything is doing good here. We are just enjoying the time, puttering away and getting our projects done. Thanks, everybody. If you want to keep following our journey, like and subscribe.